કેમ છો વિદ્યાર્થી મિત્રો? તો આજે આપણે સાયન્ટિફિક ઓફિસર કે જે એક્ઝામ 2017માં લેવાની હતી તેના પીવાયક્યુ જોઈશું કે જે આપણી સાયન્ટિફિક આસિસ્ટન્ટની એક્ઝામ માટે ઉપયોગી છે. તો 105મો ક્વેશ્ચન છે, અ ટેકનિક ટુ એનાલાઇઝ ફ્રીક્વન્સી સ્પેક્ટ્રમ ઓફ ધ સિગ્નલ ઇન અ સ્પીચ રિકોગ્નાઇઝેશન ઇઝ. 4 ઓપ્શન છે, તેમાં જવાબ આવશે ફાસ્ટ ફોરિયર ટ્રાન્સફોર્મ. લેઝર કેન બી યુઝડ ઇન ધ. 4 ઓપ્શન આપેલા છે, તેમાં જવાબ આવશે થર્મોન્યુક્લિયર ફ્યુઝન. લેઝર છે તે થર્મોન્યુક્લિયર ફ્યુઝનમાં વપરાય છે. ધ લાઈફ ટાઈમ ઓફ એટમ્સ ઇન ધ એક્સાઇટેડ સ્ટેટ ઇઝ નોર્મલી 10⁸ સેકન્ડ. ધ ઓલ્ડેસ્ટ સેન્ટ્રલ ફોરેન્સિક સાયન્સ લેબોરેટરી in India was established at Kolkata. Footprints on a snow may be casted by sulfur. A qualitative risk assessment is used to identify vulnerabilities, threats, treat probabilities, and countermeasures. एक 138मो क्वेश्चन, विच ऑफ द एनालिटिकल टेक्निक इज बेस्ड ऑन ब्रैग्स इक्वेशन. ब्रैग्स इक्वेशन है तो ये XRD. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज यूज टू डिटरमाइन द मोलेक्युलर मास ऑफ एन ऑर्गेनिक मोलेक्यूल. मास स्पेक्ट्रम. Which type of scattering results in a longer wavelength than the incident light? Talks. Which of these properties must change for a mode of the Raman active? Raman active है तो polarizability. In a differential scanning calorimetric, the following are recorded: differences in energy. A mass spectrum is a plot of relative abundance versus mass to change ratio. 150मो क्वेश्चन, the mass spectroscopic technique which involves illumination of a sample of interest with primary X-ray accompanied by release of secondary X-ray characteristic to the sample is known as X-ray fluorescence spectroscopy. The inert gas used in electrode-less discharge lamp in AAS technique is AR means argon. The microscope which produces two-dimensional image of a sample by detecting primary electrons transmitted from the sample is called TEM. The advantages of TEM and SEM over SEM are higher resolution, high magnifying power, electron beam passes through the sample? All of the above. A microscope used for side-by-side comparison is known as comparison microscope. A 158 laboratories seek accreditation from the NABEL. The national database for identification of fingerprints is AFIS. The characteristic X-ray emission is accompanied by K electron capture. The element for which absorption coefficient is larger for a given wavelength in X-ray is lead. Indication of blue color shows the presence of dash particle in the GSR nitrate. XO88 energy passing through a unit area is intensity of X-ray. X-ray are filtered out of a human body by using aluminum absorbers. If fast moving electron rapidly declare then rays produced are X-rays. હવે લાગતું નથી કે એક ક્વેશ્ચન આવશે તો એ જોઈ લે એક વખત. થોડો ખ્યાલ આવે આપણને કે કઈ ટાઈપના પ્રશ્નો આ લોકો પૂછે છે. The characteristic feature of any form of chromatography is use of mobile and stationary phase. Which of the following is most suitable gas to use as a carrier gas in a gas chromatography? Helium. A new youth drink contains sugar, salt, alcohol and vitamin C. A gas chromatography could be used to determine the alcohol content only. Which of the following is used to determine the elemental content? AAS, AES and EDXRF all. Origin of X-ray is due to the process of Bremsstrahlung. 288. The method of ionization of a vaporized sample in a mass spectrometer by electron bombardment is called electron ionization. In ICP-MS, the ICP torch serves as a ionizer and atomizer. According to the Beer-Lambert's law, the absorption of an analyte is directly proportional to the concentration. The region of 400 nanometer to 800 nanometer corresponds to visible region. Nernst Glover is an example of source of radiation of IR light. Thank you. Follow for more.